If you recollect, we were discussing about monohybrid cross under gene interaction. Particularly one gene, single gene interacts. Through monohybrid cross, we understood how that single gene makes changes in the progeny. And also we were talking about test cross and back cross. Back cross is a cross of F1 hybrid with either of the two homozygous parents, either T or small t. That is known as back cross. A cross of F1 hybrid with either of the two homozygous parents is known as back cross. When F1 offsprings are crossed with the dominant parents, all the F2 offsprings develop dominant character. On the other hand, in test cross, when F1 hybrids are crossed with a recessive parent, homozygous recessive parent, individuals with both phenotypes appear in equal proportion, like we discussed in our last session, 1:1 in case of purple flowers. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about a very important concept called incomplete dominance. We have been talking about dominance, dominant gene. Now if the dominant gene doesn't dominate completely, if it dominates partially, then we call it as incomplete dominance. It is the phenomena, that is incomplete dominance is the phenomena where dominant allele does not completely express itself. I'll repeat, incomplete dominance is a phenomena where dominant allele does not express completely itself. This was first studied in a flower called Mirabilis, Mirabilis jalapa, and it is also called 4 o'clock plant. So 4 o'clock plant. It is called 4 o'clock plant. That's a local name. And biological name is binomial nomenclature Mirabilis, Mirabilis jalapa. The phenotypic as well as genotypic monohybrid ratio in F2 generation in incomplete dominance will be 1:2:1. 1 is the pure dominant, 2 is the hybrid, and 1 is the pure recessive. We said in our previous monohybrid class, the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. In this incomplete dominance, both phenotypic as well as genotypic ratio of F2 hybrid is always 1:2:1. How does that happen? The change in this phenotypic ratio is because of the phenomena called incomplete dominance. So it is also called partial dominance, semi-dominance. The inheritance in which allele for a specific character is not completely dominant. So this is important, not completely dominant over other allele is called incomplete dominance. The best example we said snapdragon, 4 o'clock plant, Mirabilis jalapa. In this Antirrhinium, cross between true breed, that is red flower we have taken, and red flower pure red. So we are writing its genotype as capital R, and white flower small r, homozygously dominant, homozygously recessive. And when we cross this capital R versus small r, we get in F1 generation pink flowers. That is capital R, small r. And after self-pollination in F2 generation, we get 1:2:1. 1 pure red and 2 pink flowers, 1 white flower. Genotype ratio same as Mendelian cross and phenotypic ratio different from Mendelian cross in snapdragon. Now let us see incomplete dominance in the same snapdragon. You can see here, it's also called dog flower plant. You can see capital R, capital R, small r, smaller, white. So you got three varieties of flowers. But in a normal stereotypic monohybrid cross, what is that we are getting? Red flower or white flower because of dominant gene. But here, because of incomplete dominance, we got pink flower. So you got three flowers in Snapdragon. Pure red, capital R, incomplete red, capital R, small r, white flowers, small r. So through the cross, how do you take? So we pick up the red flower, capital R, and the white one is small r, recessive. And I told you, if you recollect from your memory, how do you say that red flower is dominant over white flower? Depending upon the numbers, populations. More the populations that exhibit this character, that character, in this case red flower, is dominant. So in your exam, instead of mentioning which is dominant character, which is recessive character, in CBSE board exam, he will ask you numbers. He will give you numbers, number of populations, number of flowers, like that. And you have to decide which character is dominant, which character is recessive. And the secret in this is, see, higher the populations exhibiting that particular character trait, that is dominant trait or character. And the one that populations are exhibiting in low numbers, that is recessive. So in incomplete dominance, when the red flower plant having seeds crossed with white flower plants seeds, surprisingly, instead of getting in a normal stereotypic monohybrid cross of Mendelian inheritance, in F1 generation, this is F1 generation, right? First filial generation. What is that we are getting? Red flower only. Why red flower? Capital R was dominant. Capital R was dominant gene. But here, we are getting pink flower because capital R is no more dominant. It is less recessive. It is not as recessive as this small r, but compared to small r, it is bit dominant, but not completely dominant. Hence, pink flower. So, when the F1 generation, first filial generation, seeds are self-pollinated, then you get it. Law of segregation. This is law of dominance. In this case, there is no dominance. Law of segregation, the genes are getting separated, like the pink flower exhibits a pink color because of presence of capital R, small r. Now when it produces seeds, the gametes will be having law of segregation, wherein the genes get segregated into capital R, small r. Since we are doing self-pollination, in one flower such seeds, in another similar seeds, capital R, small r. So F2 generation can be better understood, as I said, through Punnett square. A British scientist by name Punnett, I said, has discovered this method, easy method, so that we can understand better both phenotype as well as genotype. So through Punnett square, when we make this gamete combines with this gamete. So the resulting zygote is capital R, red flower, pure tall. It is something like that of the grandfather. And then the capital R, the same gamete combines with this one, small r. So capital R, small r, because of incomplete dominance of this capital R, results in pink flower. Similarly, this gamete combines with this, capital R, small r. Again, incomplete dominance, pink flower. And this gamete, small r, having allele, combines with this, small r, resulting in small r, you get white because it is recessive. So what is the ratio of phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio? Phenotypic ratio, let us see how the flowers will appear for us at the end of the experiment in F2 generation. This is red flower. So you have to write phenotype red flower 1. And how many pink flowers? 2. How many white flowers? 1. So physically also you are seeing the F2 generation has 1:2:1. Whereas in Mendelian, it is always 3:1, right? Monohybrid F2 generation. In Mendelian inheritance, it is 3:1. So there is a deviation. So the deviation is because of incomplete dominance. What about genotype? It is capital R is to capital R is to smaller. How many capital R in F2? 1. How many capital R and smaller? 1 plus 1, 2. And how many smaller and smaller? 1. So 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio also 1:2:1. Genotypic ratio also 1:2:1. That's how the deviation from Mendelian inheritance will take place in the form of incomplete dominance. So same thing, take a paper, write this, and then you understand better. So parental generation, red flower you have taken and crossed with white flower. And the seeds, of course, you will not cross flower as such, as the seeds. And the genotype capital R. And here WW, here instead of WW you can take, as I said, small r. If you take WW, there may be confusion. Okay, so you better take small r. And the gametes, law of segregation, this results in this gamete, this results in this gamete. So you get 2 gametes here, capital R, 2 gametes here, small r. So the combination of this will combine with this. As a result, you get capital R, small r. This will combine with this. So as a result, capital R, small r. So through Punnett square, this is F1 generation, right? And what is the color of this flower? Incomplete dominance, remember? This is pink flower, right? And through Punnett square, when we make it, it is capital R. This is coming here, and this is coming here. Write it as small r. This is coming here. This will come here. As a result, you write capital R with the capital R. So this is pure red, homozygously dominant. Okay, and this combines with the small r. So capital R and small r. So pink. And similarly, this is small r and this is capital R. So this is combining with this. That results in capital R, not W. Don't write W. Make it small r. That's pink. And then small r combines with another small r. So you are having, instead of don't write WW, you will get confused. Write this way. It's easy. So phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. But don't write simply 1:2:1. You need to write below this 1, you have to write that this is a red flower. Red is 2 is pink, and 1 is white. You have to write this way. Phenotype also you have to write. Physical appearance also you have to write. And in genotype also, don't simply write 1:2:1. You have to write what is 1? Capital R is 2. What is 2? Capital R, small r. What is 1? Small r, small. Then only you will get marks. Don't simply write the mathematics or the digits. You need to write both phenotype as well as genotype. So this is how in incomplete dominance there is a deviation from Mendelian inheritance. So it is the phenomena where a dominant allele does not completely express itself, as you are seeing. This was first studied in Mirabilis jalapa or 4 o'clock plant. The phenotype as well as genotypic monohybrid ratio in F2 generation is 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio also 1:2:1. Genotypic also 1:2:1. This ratio you must remember in many of the exams, UPSC, NDA, NEET exam, he will ask you the ratio and he will ask you this phenotypic and genotypic ratio will be same in which one? Mendelian inheritance, intragenic interaction.